Hi everyone, and welcome to this tarot read. Thank you for joining me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump in and get started. I am going to remind you guys too, this is a general read, so it may or may not resonate with you, or certain bits and pieces might feel right. Take whatever messages resonate. Those are the messages that are meant for you, and feel free to leave the rest. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll see what we got going on. Also, at the end of the read, we are going to be drawing an energy card, just so you know, guys. Temptation, material and spiritual prosperity. I definitely get the vibe that somebody gets tempted. Somebody gets tempted looking for opportunity, looking for something that they feel is like a more positive opportunity than where they're at. Somebody who's not afraid to sort of, it's funny, I see the words like jump ship. Or like just looking for something better, always looking for something better. We're going to grab some more cards and see where this takes us. We had quite a few pop out here. Triumph. This is somebody who's always looking. Oh, that's not the vibe I usually get from these cards. This is somebody who's always looking, like I said, for opportunity, for something better. The best end of the situation. Like, even if somebody else gets the short end of the stick, it's not really a concern that they have. They're sort of always looking for the best of any given situation, if that means they're walking away from something or walking away from someone and going to something else. I do have this awareness card. This is a connection to the universe. The universe, I feel karma. Because I get that picture in my mind of a pendulum. So pendulum swinging one way, eventually it goes as far as it can and has to come back the other. When I see that in my mind, that usually represents that we're going to be talking about karma in a read. And I do believe that is the case here. This is something to do with karma, the sacral chakra. The second chakra, it represents your emotions, your desires, your creativity. Like somebody chases desires. They chase their desires, like I said, whatever it is, catching the better end of a situation, and really not giving a whole lot of thought to somebody else getting the short end of that, somebody else getting the short end of the stick. As long as they feel like they won, that's kind of what counts to them, or as long as they feel like they got the most or best of a situation. The third eye chakra, it is tied into this awareness. This is the universe bringing forward an opportunity for learning life lessons for someone. Fulfillment of wishes. And this is someone, I can see this isn't just romantic relationships. Yes, we have this beautiful image in the harmony card that is a man and a woman. And it always tends to inspire that a romantic connection. This is something that branches into different relationships in their life. So not just romance. This would be family, with friends. This is like somebody who would... I was going to say it because I can actually see the scenario happening in my mind with these cards, so I know it's connected. It's like, this is somebody who, if they borrow something from someone and they break it, they don't even almost care about replacing it. I don't even know if they apologize. They'll just like give it back broken and be like, yeah, broke. Like, that's what I mean by catching the best end of a situation, not really caring if somebody else gets the short end. Like, not really giving that consideration to anyone else. I feel like other people have had to set boundaries with this person too. Like emotional boundaries, and even like blocking them on some level. Because when they come around, people feel like they get taken advantage of. And like, if it happens enough times, like, anyone would want to put up those boundaries because nobody likes getting taken advantage of. And I do feel like people have done that, not just in romance. Again, like friends, like family members. This wish fulfillment keeps popping up too in my mind. I'm going to grab some of these Gilded Tarot and get some clarification on this read. But I feel like this person did find something extremely positive in their life. Something that felt like wish fulfillment. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Whatever it is that they found, that felt like wish fulfillment, they have lost it. They have lost it. It didn't turn out the way that they wanted it to. I do feel like they walked away from something else to be able to attain it. So if this is romance, they would have been in a relationship, met somebody new, dumped whoever they were with in probably a very rude way and just up and fucking left and went to somebody new. Somebody who they thought was going to be like this great wish fulfillment. And that went to shit. If this is a job, it would have been the same thing. If this is somebody who had a roommate or who they had signed a lease with or had some sort of agreement or responsibilities to, they would have just up and ditched them and went to someone else. This is part of what it was. This going to whatever they thought was wish fulfillment. They were tempted away from something they had an obligation to. They left something or someone high and dry, went to this new situation, and it came to an end. You know, I have the distinct impression too that this isn't the first time this has happened to this person. Not to this degree though. But I feel like every time it does, they would sort of run to somebody else, maybe family members, friends, to sort of help fix their problem. They would sort of hang around long enough to take advantage of that help and really not a whole lot of thanks, and then up and go to the next thing. And I feel like they're trying to do that now. Like they're trying to communicate with whether that would be friends, whether that would be family members, somebody who's usually been there in the past who they can lean on. And then I get pulled back to this authority card. So this is somebody who's now set boundaries and is no longer going to help them. This Wheel of Fortune, I feel like they've turned their own Wheel of Fortune. They're responsible for how it turns. This is like this karma for this person. This is a situation that they put themselves in. With this Two of Swords, I have this sense of feeling like alone, like nobody's going to help. And like they're now getting the cold shoulder, whoever they go to. And I feel like they've gone to multiple people for help in whatever this situation is. And every person is kind of like, you fucking earned this. You kind of deserve this. I'm not helping you. You made your bed. You can lie in it. I have that distinct impression. I'm going to grab, oh, I had a whole bunch more pop out here. Those guys too. And there she is. So that makes absolute sense. That Judgment card, to me, that is karma. That is getting back what you put out into this world. So this person has burned these bridges too many times. They have taken advantage of people too many times. They have been discourteous and insensitive to others so many times that people had to set these boundaries up. And now people don't want to help them when they genuinely need help. They've put themselves in a position where they are alone, where all those other people that they would run to, sort of that chapter of their life when they could repeat that behavior and it was easy, that has come to a close with this Death card. That is the end of that chapter. They're just going to keep getting the cold shoulder. This is like the universe trying to teach them a life lesson, trying to teach them a universal life lesson. Like it's time to move through life with more honesty and integrity. It's time to move through life in a way that does not take advantage of others and actually nurtures those valuable connections with other people. So friendships, family members. See, they leave those people out in the cold. They take advantage of them whenever it suits them, really. Whenever it suits them, whenever it's going to benefit them in some way. They're willing to take from those people and sort of like leave them high and dry. And the Ace of Pentacles represents new beginnings. Having it sit next to this Hermit card is all about introspection. This is an opportunity that the universe is giving this person. It's a real fucking uncomfortable opportunity, I guarantee you, for this person to figure their shit out. For this person to get it together, for them to recognize how their behavior affects the other people around them. And that it's worth nurturing these connections, even though sometimes it's not to your advantage, or sometimes you have to give in a way that's uncomfortable. And this person is not used to this. This person is just used to taking, and then just fucking off and going and doing their own thing. So this is like an opportunity for them to get introspective, an opportunity for them to start figuring their shit out, and an opportunity for them to make amends and rebuild relationships with those around them. I feel like this isn't the first time this person has had this opportunity too. I feel like they run into a lot of fairly decent people. This is someone who, they don't really have a lot of committed relationships. And their friends who are single might be jealous of them because the romantic interests that they do wind up getting involved with are actually pretty good catches, and they treat them like fucking dirt. Like they really do. It's like time after time, and everybody's looking back like, I would be happy to be with that person because like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever that person is like a genuinely decent person, and you're completely taking advantage of them. You're completely like treating them like crap. This is what their friends and their family members would think. But it's like every one of those decent people came into their life for a reason. It was like the universe quietly trying to help them to figure their shit out. Like, here's a nice person. Here's someone you can grow with. You can figure it out and learn how to build these bonds. This is a bond worth nurturing. It's like they kept getting this opportunity and this opportunity, and they just kept throwing it away, moving on to the next great shiny thing, starting up somewhere else, and hurting people as they went, really not paying attention to the destruction that they were doing. And now they've put themselves in a spot where they are alone. They've walked away from too many people in their past. They've hurt too many people. And it's like nobody wants anything to do with them. So this is like their own little mental trap that they've created for themselves. It is based on the way that they think, the way that they treat other people. It's this selfishness. This is a time for them, like I said, it's a time to get introspective. The universe has brought this about. She said, fucking enough, I gave you enough chances. Now we're going to really drop the fucking hammer on you. And you're going to have a chance to really figure this out. We're going to slap you with some karma here. And that's what's happened. This is a chance for them to really move on from something, to really grow, to really get their shit together, to quit being so fucking impulsive, and consider how their behavior affects all the others around them when they just up and fuck off. That's what I'm definitely getting from these cards. Get a little riled here, guys. I feel like their parents have tried to tell them this too before. I feel this with the Emperor, with the Queen of Wands. These are people in their lives. These are family members. These are friends. There's possibly, like I said, parents. It's like people who have tried to tell them their behavior is selfish, tried to tell them that their behavior is immature, and to warn them. I do feel like they got warned that, you know what, you treat people like crap enough, nobody's going to want anything to do with you, and you're going to wind up alone. And they just, for whatever reason, they just didn't care. I feel like they've been able to manipulate situations for so long that they really didn't expect it to catch up with them. And they are feeling very sorry for themselves right now. They're feeling very sorry for themselves. I don't know that at this very moment in time they're quite grasping exactly that they did this to themselves. They manifested this situation for themselves with their choices by being selfish, by being greedy, by holding back and not giving to others, not having an even give and take. But we do have justice here. We do have, like I said, that Ace of Pentacles, that Hermit card. There's the opportunity here for this person to find balance. There's the opportunity for them to learn this karmic life lesson. It's funny, somebody close to them has an opinion that they very much value. That's who this Queen of Cups is representing. She's representing somebody who's extremely close to them, possibly a family member, who has the ability to bring some clarity to this person, an aha moment that can bring about a change. I'll tell you, I don't know if you know who this is, Queen of Cups. So cups can be indicative of a water sign. This might be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And cups is also indicative of emotion. So she tends to be the queen of emotion. She, just because it's a queen court card doesn't necessarily mean it's a woman too. But this is somebody who's very much in touch with their emotional side. There's somebody who's emotionally supportive. I see soft place to fall. This is someone who's always been a soft place to fall. They always have good emotional advice. Somebody who's very intuitive as well, and who can be very creative too. So that might help you guys to figure out who exactly this Queen of Cups card is representing in this person's life. I do feel the catalyst for this was going to be some sort of a romantic situation. It was going to be a person who they were trying to build a connection with, who this fulfillment of wishes card applies to. It was a new romantic connection who they were moving on to, perhaps even moved in with, like living with. This person was like the last ditch hope from the universe for this person to get their shit together and learn their lesson. And they still fucked it up. And that's why the universe had to step in and make it messy and make it a little bit more difficult. But this person still came into this karmic's life for a reason. And I do feel like if this karmic does heed the warning of this Queen of Cups, is able to find that insight that the universe is trying to give them, I do feel like they're going to look back at this romantic relationship as the catalyst for this change in their life. That is what it's going to represent. It's going to be like, they'll almost be grateful for it later on, because the lesson is to nurture those relationships around you and not to throw them away like they don't matter. It's time to start a new chapter. It's time to refocus. It's time to learn lessons from the past and move on and move forward. We're going to grab one of these Rider White cards, and this is going to be our energy card for this read. The King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles tends to be somebody who is self-confident, but also somebody who is generous and who is caring and who is kind. And I do believe that is the message behind this King of Pentacles card for this read. This is part of this life lesson that this person needs to learn, that to be this King of Pentacles image, to feel very wealthy, to feel very successful, part of that is generosity and caring and building those relationships with the people around you, your friends, those family members, and a romantic connection. It's being able to nurture that in a giving way, that even give and take instead of just take. That's where the true wealth lies. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you did enjoy it, if you found value in it, please hit that like button, the subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel out. It helps these messages to get out there every day. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care.